Hi, this is Tom, and in this video we are now going to use the property of logs to solve some problems. So here's where we're going to begin. Suppose you know the following. Suppose you know that the log in base b of 2 is 0.12, the log base b of 3 is 0.19, and the log in base b of 5 is 0.28. So we're going to simplify the following. First one we're going to simplify is the log base b of 30. Here we go. So notice that the numbers that I have log of 2, the log of 3, and the log of 5. So when we look at 30, what we want to do is think of it, does the log of 30 have any of these numbers? Well, right off the bat, I know that there's a couple, you could take a number of different approaches, but I know that I could think of this as the log in base b of, how about, let's try 5 times 6. There we go. Well, this becomes, now I'm going to use so let's write this. So use property 1, and this says that the log of a product can be written as the sum of the logs. So I can write this as the log base b of 5 plus log base b of 6. Oh, now this is good because notice this. I know up above the log base b of 5. That's right here. So that we can use. But what about this 6? I don't have a 6. But look, I have a 2 and a 3. So let's think of this as log b of 5 plus log b of 2 times 3. Well, we can just use property 1 again, and this becomes log base b of 5 plus log base b of 2 plus log base b of 3. Oh my goodness. So now let's use what we know. The log base b of 5 is 0.28 plus the log base b of 2 is 0.12 plus the log base b of 3 we said was 0.19. So if I add these up, this is going to be 0.40 to get 0.59. Okay, isn't that clever? Let's try another one. We're using the same values, so now we're going to, this is example 2, and it's the same idea. Simplify log base b of, we're going to do a square root of 5 over 2. All right, here we go. Well, a couple problems. The first one is a square root. So what I need to do is think fractional exponents. So this becomes the log base b of 5 over 2 raised to the 1/2 power. Now we're going to use property 3. And we can move the 1/2 in front. So this becomes 1/2 log base b of 5 over 2. I didn't need it that second. Actually, I really don't need that, and I don't need that. Okay, but I do need that 1/2, it's times. Now look at this. This is a number divided by a number, so this is 1/2 times, we can use property 2 now. And that says that the log of something being of a quotient can be written as the subtraction of logs. So let's write this, log base b of 5 minus log base b of 2. Well, now we know both of those. This is 1/2, and the log base, oh, whoops, there's a mistake. That should be a b right there. Okay, so, but we know the log base b of 5 is 0.28 minus the log base b of 2, we said is 0.12. So we clean this up, we have 1/2. 0.28 minus 0.12 is 0.16. 0.16. So half of that is going to be 0.08. There's our second example. Okay, let's try one more example. I think these are kind of fun myself, so I'm sure you do too. So let's try this. How about the log base b of 0.1? Looks deceptively simple. Well, but we have to think in either 2's, 5's, and 3's. Well, I'm going to write this as the log base b. Remember, we say 0.1, but it also represents, another way to say this is 1/10. If you think of 0.1 as 1/10, this problem starts to unfold, because now I have a 10, and a 10 is a 2 and a 5. So look at this. I can write this as the log base b of 1 minus the log base b of 10. And now the first one, notice this. I'm going to do a little scratch work. So let's do scratch work in orange today. Notice that if I have the log base b of 1, we'll say equals x. Remember that this means that b raised to the x has to be 1. Well, the only time that works is if x is 0. So when we come back, this first term is 0 minus, now the log minus the log of 10 base b, but 10 we're going to think of as 5 times 2. So this becomes minus, I'm going to use parentheses because all of this is affected, the log base b of 5 plus the log base b of 2. So now we can rewrite this as minus 0.28 plus 0.12. So this becomes a minus 0.4. And that's how we can use the properties of logs to simplify what looks like something quite complicated. Thanks for watching.